What's the scene, yeah? Girl, you mean, yeah?
Hello everybody, good morning, good evening, or good night, whatever time you're tuning into this video. My name is Sultana and I am with Conjure Collective. First, let me say thank you to everyone who joined me here for this video. Whether you are new or returning, thank you for taking the time to hold a vibe with me. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to do a quick and effective call me spell. Now this spell is good if you haven't been in contact with your person, let's say maybe 1 to 3 weeks. So fairly new, disconnective communication. So let me show you what you're going to need for this spell. So you're going to need a small orange chime candle, or you could use a taper candle, a plate. I happen to use blue this time. For me, it's associating with air, the sky, communication, but you can use a white plate if you have that on hand as well. You're going to need some thyme. You're also going to need star anise, ground coffee, rosemary essential oil, and I'm also going to be using my Close to Me ritually crafted oil that you can find on my website. I'll leave the link for that in the description box below. You're also going to need, and this is optional, but I'm going to add this to the spell. It's a very, very good dream stone. It's called celestite. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But either way, it's this beautiful blue, green, dreamlike crystal that we're going to be adding to the work to help. Okay, so, oh, and you know what? Also, I have my incense. I'm using a Come To Me incense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and light that right now. Everything has already been cleansed, blessed. Also for this spell, you're going to need to write your petition. So you need a paper for your petition. So basically what I did is I wrote the person's name that you want to contact you 3 times, turned it, write your name over it 3 times, and in the circle I put call me, contact me, whatever your goal is that you're trying to achieve with this spell, right? And then also you're going to need another piece of paper. This, I'll show you what we're going to do with this as well. Okay, so I have my incense going. I'm just gonna run my plate through it just one more time. Again, this spell is pretty easy and it's really effective. Like I said, this is best done if you've been out of contact with your person for no more than 3 weeks. Letting the candle bathe in the smoke. I also forgot to mention you're going to need something to carve onto your candle with. So let's go ahead and start with that. So what I'm going to put on the candle is I'm going to write the person's name 3 times, and then I'm going to write call me, contact me, talk to me, things like that going up on my candle. So I'm just going to take a moment right now and do that. Across his name or the person's name. I'm going to do 7 sayings going down. So call me, contact me. You can repeat call me, contact me. Just make sure it's 7 times. Reach out to me. Just different forms of basically saying talk to me, reach out to me, contact me. Text me, DM me, all these forms of communication that you have. You can even write miss me on here if this is for a love working. The call me spell can also be done if you're waiting for a job opportunity, things like that, but in this case it's actually for a love working. Okay, so I read ahead and wrote what I want this person to do across my candle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dressing it. So first I'm going to go with my Close to Me oil. You can see it, all the herbs and things like that in here. So I'm just putting the oil over my candle, dressing it, thinking about this person contacting you, reaching out to you, the words that they would say to you. You want them close to you. All of these herbs, or most of these herbs that I'm using, are herbs that are associated with Mercury, and Mercury is associated with communication. So just a little tidbit for you. Next, we're going to put our rosemary essential oil. Rub that in real good. Get it into the smoke again. So next we're going to add our thyme. We're going to add the thyme to our candle. We're going to dress it with that. I'm actually just going to, like this, get a good amount on there. I don't know if you can see, put a little bit closer. Dill is also a good herb to use for a call me spell. I just happen to have thyme on hand, so that's what I'm using. And if you don't have like a love attracting oil, you can always just use a little bit of olive oil and your rosemary. Just bless the olive oil to attract that person to call you, to contact you. So next, actually, you know what we're going to do first? We are going to anchor our candle down to the plates. There we go. So next we're going to add our star anise. Just gonna add that around the plate. I don't have a set amount to add here. I'm just going with whatever I feel. So we have our star anise for communication, for action, so this person can contact you. Next, we're going to use our coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are really good for speeding up work, but they're also really good for communication. You can even get some on your candle. Bless the coffee grounds for what you needed to do. Next, you have your petition. Fold it towards you because you want this person to contact you, reach out to you. And that will go by your plates or underneath your plates. Just going to go around this a little bit with our incense. So now with our next piece of paper, take a marker. I just happen to have red, so I'm going to use a red marker. You could use black or even a pen. So on this piece of paper, what you're going to do, and this is also optional, you don't have to do this part of the spell, but I also find it very effective. So you're gonna write the person's name. So I'm just gonna put the first name as person, the last name is name. So watch. And then in quotation marks, you're going to write what you want them to say to you. So let's just keep it simple. I'm just gonna write, I miss you. Okay, so you have person's name and you write what you envision them saying to you. So in this case, like I said, I'm going to say that they're gonna say, I miss you. Take a little bit more of your close to me oil and drop that in there. And since this is for a love working, I am going to add just a little bit of catnip. Remember, you can do the spell and tailor it to what you need, whether it's a friend, family member, job. So I'm just gonna add some of my catnip. And again, I'm gonna fold it towards me because I'm trying to bring this person into life, into my life, into contact. So now with this paper, if you have a phone case, put it in your phone case or in your pockets, your pocketbook, your wallets, but it's more effective if you put it in your phone case. So this will also be part of the spell. Last but not least, we have our dream crystal, salsatite. Going to cleanse that just a little bit more. And I'm going to add that right to our plate, right on the work. And I'm gonna go ahead and light my candle. Let's take a moment of meditation. Concentrate on the flame, your person coming back to you, calling you, talking to you. The words that they say, the way it feels when you hear them talk. Envision it fully. So let this burn down. And once this is burnt, you can take the remains and put it either in a jar and put it under your bed, or some people just to decide to dispose of it naturally, probably bury it or let it go into the ocean. I suggest you bury it. Not the crystal though, obviously. So really find yourself lost in the flame. Do your meditation, chant your mantras, envision this person calling you, DMing you, texting you, shit, emailing you, whatever it is. And you know what? You know what else you can do? I forgot to mention this. So this is the symbol for Mercury. You can also put this next to your work. Mercury. I drew it big like this so that y'all can see, but I would draw it a little bit smaller and put it underneath the plates. All right, let me see if I can just move this a little bit so that you can see it a little bit closer, what the working looks like. A nice, strong, steady flame. Our communication is going out into the ethers, and our person is receiving the inkling to contact you. Okay. All right, everybody. So that is a simple call me now spell. Call me immediately. Contact me, DM me, however you prefer. So again, take your time, meditate with it. Envision wholeheartedly your person contacting you, calling you. All right, everybody, so that was it for this video. Again, my name is Sultana and I'm with Conjure Collective. If you'd like to book a personal reading, spell consultation, or view any of my ritually crafted products, I'll leave the link in the description box below. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in the next one.